Hello, FlossTube Stitchers. Shelly here. In 2020, this is video number 40, the first one of the new year. And if you've been watching long enough, you know that number 20 was a bloopers reel. And a viewer or a customer, I actually went back and tried to find the comment, but I couldn't find it. But somebody had given me the suggestion a while back that every 20 videos I do a bloopers reel. And I thought that maybe now that I know how to edit, there wouldn't be as many bloopers, but there are. So I'm not going to do it today because I feel like it's been too long since I've done a live interaction, and I didn't want to forget how. And some people, hi Joanna, have commented that they missed me. So I thought I better do this one live. But I am going to do a bloopers one a little bit later. My husband and I are doing a mission trip in Mexico in February, and I'm going to have a Sunday where I'm not able to do it. And then the second Sunday will be the day we get back. So I better have something lined up to do in case I don't have time to do a video earlier in the week or the day after we return. So look for another bloopers reel coming soon. So the last time we interacted, I asked you for your snow stories, and there were some great ones. Sharon Pedersen told a story of how she and her mom loved to play bingo, and they went out even though it was a blizzard. And that reminded me of, oh, it must be 20 years ago that my friend Kathy and I were going to our evening stitch group's Christmas party, and there was a complete whiteout blizzard going on, and both of our husbands told us, oh, we don't think you should go. And independent of each other, we were both thinking, but it's Christmas, but there's going to be food and Christmas cookies and a stitchy gift exchange, and no, we have to go. And it was within, maybe 15 minutes of our house, so we thought we could make it. And the only way we could get down her rural street was to watch the mailboxes to make sure we weren't going off the side of the road. That's crazy, but you know what? I would probably still do it again because it was a really fun night and it was our Christmas party, so I would do it again. Tara Benner's story was about her dad shoveling paths through their yard when there was a lot of snow, which allowed them to have snowball fights, and then they could hide behind the snow piles, so that sounds like a lot of fun. And Christy Martin, she told of one Halloween where there was a snowstorm and trick-or-treating was canceled. That's the worst for a kid. That's terrible. Let's see, I'll tell one more before I give the winner. This was actually the one that I laughed the hardest, and I actually read out loud to a stitch group that was here at the table at the time. Sheila Wilson admitted that there was a blizzard in Indiana in 1978 in the winter, and 9 months later, she had a baby, even though she was on birth control at the time. And we just really snickered at that, and so we thought that was funny. But the winner, who I've already been in contact with, and she probably has already received the package. This was for Amy Brecken's Twigs kit. But the winner was Kathy Harris, and she said that they couldn't open their storm doors enough to go out and shovel, and so their kids climbed out the window and cleared away the doorways. And I bet the kids had a lot of fun doing that. So those were great stories. I appreciated you sharing. There were more good ones. I just don't want to take that much time, but if you want to go back and read those, oh shoot, I forgot to look at what video number it was. But there were some bad stories too. There were people that lost their jobs because they couldn't get to work, or they couldn't take a test, or couldn't do a presentation that they were supposed to do. So people broke their legs. Oh no, there were some sad stories too. But anyway, I appreciated everybody sharing. Okay, I'm going to move on to Stitchy Kindness. Over the holidays, I did just get a few things I wanted to show. because they were different and just so personal to me. So the first one was this candle from my friend Marlene, and she just knows I love bee stuff. And the scent is mandarin coriander. So I have some wintry smells out right now, so I haven't lit this yet, but I can't wait to try this. And then I got a really cute mug from Donna, Be Kind, with these beautiful flowers on it. And she said she saw it at just her local coffee shop and didn't go in intending on buying a gift, but she saw that and it just spoke to her as her needing to send that to me from Texas. So I've already thanked her as well, but that was really sweet, Donna. And then my friend Bonnie, who's local here, let's see if I can, you know, it's white and I'm not sure that you're getting a good view of it, but you've probably seen this Santa mug in many a tiered tray. Not just Priscilla, but other Christmas house tours showed this in a tiered tray, so I was so excited to get it. I put candy canes in mine. Okay, my current whip is something I started during Stitch Mania, and I wasn't stuck on it. I actually just didn't get back to it because it was out of season. So I was working on Pineberry Lane from the book Little Shamrocks. I was doing, let's see, what is it called? Basket O' Luck. And I didn't have very much done. I maybe had the basket. I think I had the basket and maybe the body of the bunnies and maybe one of the shamrocks. But so this is what I've gotten done recently. And I decided, you know, to make it hard on myself because I can't do anything, the way it says. Instead of just doing the straight stitches, the back stitches for the shamrock stems, I decided to do the stem stitch. I know you probably can't see it too well, but it's been very tedious, you guys. I almost thought about taking it out because I'm so darn picky. And I still wanted all the stems to have the same flow as the artist originally drew them. So I can't show you the chart, but I was taking like every 2 squares or 4 threads, I was making a little hash mark with my pencil to see if I could follow along. And I know it doesn't really matter if it's exactly the same because some of hers didn't even line up where a stitch would end up. Sometimes they were in the middle, but you know, I'm trying to make it perfect, and so we'll see. And then the other thing was I checked her website to see if there was a correction, and there's not. But what I'm calling they're not really snowflakes. I don't know what the white things are supposed to be, but actually they're charted in this 3047 DMC, but I wasn't really sure what they were supposed to be. And this is also the color for the center of the shamrocks. So I had decided to go ahead and do them in the same white that I did the bunny ears and tails. And it called for ecru, but I didn't think ecru was going to show up well enough on my the fabric that I chose. So I'm using 3865, and I like the white better because I think it kind of pops a little more. I'm still going to do the golden color in the center of the shamrocks, but I'm really not sure what they're supposed to be. But it's March for St. Patrick's Day in Northeast Ohio, and it could be snowing, so I'm gonna call them snowflakes. Oh, and then I did the bunny, you can't see it, it's too small, but I did the bunny's tails in Smyrna crosses, which is just an X with a plus over top of it. So you can look those up, Smyrna cross, if you wanna do that on something just to give it a little more depth to it. So that's my current whip. I really didn't do a lot of stitching over the holidays. Then I'm going to show you, I forgot to say, I'm going to talk about the Heart and Hand collector's hearts, which are behind me, but I'm gonna do it at the end because I didn't wanna, I practiced moving the camera a couple times and it was really awkward. So I'll do that at the end. But we're gonna talk about new product right now. So yeah, there were still some Christmassy and snowmen things coming in at the end of the year. I'm going to start with Bent Creek. They have a new series called Flurries. This is Merry Moments. This one is Wintry Wonderfuls on black. Looks really sharp on black. And then they had another of their snow globes. We Built a Snowman is this one. And I totally have to stitch this eventually because I do have other snowmen from them. And I love the chunky look of the 18 count linen with the pearl cotton. It's just a different look and it stitches up quickly, so I'm excited about getting one of those done. Little House Needleworks, not their last, according to Diane, maybe, but the last one for right now is Pop's Filling Station in the Hometown Holidays series. I guess someone had asked her if she would consider doing like just one more edition per year. Scissortail Designs, All My Love for Valentine's Day. Really pretty. I love a one color design. I think they stitch fast too. Tiny Modernist has another Sal. This is Easter Wishes. So we just have the top part done, and she, again, just like the Halloween and the Christmas ones, she shows the individual rows as a possibility for a drum, and then you can stack them. So as of tomorrow, I will have all of this fabric ordered. Then from Tralala, we have Bonhomme de Neige, snowmen for autumn and winter. So of course there's going to be a spring and summer, and I love the idea of the stand-up figure, but I also like the idea about putting all four of them in a row on one piece of fabric and then leaving it out all year. If you watched my Christmas, my personal Christmas video, you could see that I had patriotic snowmen in my living room and they stay up all year. So I would totally put up an all year snowman picture. Then With Thy Needle, as promised, 2 more in the Holiday Hoopla series. This is the Valentine's Day and St. Patrick's Day. So cute. Blackbird design, I had Frosty's Night Out. We do have the murky, but we've also seen people doing it on other shades of blue or neutrals, and of course they look great. Kathy Barrick has Gerald and Sunflower Farm, which I think was a club piece, somebody said. It might say on the back, but I forgot to look at it, sorry. But that's really cute. So those were the new things. And the Heart and Hand collector's hearts come out every year in January, but there was a little delay in her shipping the kits and her other products this year. I think she's waiting for something. I don't know if it's a thread or a charm, but there was something missing that needed to go in the kits. So the next automatic is going to have her 2020 collector's heart, which has 2 designs on it, and she's also going to have the Love Whirligig from that series. And then in the Merry Making mini series, she has one called Love You More. And I was going to put her 2 smaller charts as the giveaway for this week, but since they haven't come yet, I'm gonna do the flurries instead, and I'll save the Heart and Hand maybe for next time or whenever they come. So the question doesn't really go with those designs, but I wanted to know, do you decorate for Valentine's Day? And sometimes I do at home. I just put it all on those white shelving units in my living room. And I don't really do Valentine's Day, but I had done maybe half a dozen or more free charts for the shop that were Valentine's Day related. And so they kind of look nice on the white shelving. And that reminds me, I'm going to do something different for February, kind of like Stitch Mania, but I'm going to do, and I'm saying this publicly, so I stick to it. I've already announced it to some of my Stitch groups. I'm going to do freebie February. So for the 29 days of February this year, I am going to start a free chart because darn it, we get them from the designers and sometimes I Xerox them and pass them out, and sometimes I just forget about them, or I don't have the fabric or don't have the button or can't decide how I'm going to finish it. All those indecisions that hold you back. And so I thought this would convince me to move faster on the free charts if I did freebie February. And then I'll make sure that there's a way for you to get all of those charts. So look for that. And I think that's all I had to say. So now I'm going to turn the camera around. So I'm going to show you the Heart and Hand collector's hearts on the top of the Sullivan's cabinet right here. And they're not in order of year because they didn't sit nicely next to each other that way. So they're kind of all over the place. But the one on the left here is the 2013 kit. It just says love. The next one, Grow Old Along With Me, is 2017. You Hold the Key was 2010. And of course, they all include the embellishments. And this one has the handmade special key button. In the middle, Always Together, is the 2016. I Belong to You, Sweetheart is from 2015. It's the only one that was not stitched by my framer. This was done and loaned to us by Lois Snyder. The next one is 2009, and there's no words on that, but it has the stacked heart button. That's so pretty. And then the last one on the right, which is the biggest framed model, is called Love Struck, and that was the 2012. I think she did a really exquisite job of framing that. Unfortunately, I think that frame is no longer available, but it was really fun. It was available in a couple colors, I think gold and blue as well, so it was popular for a while. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed seeing the old ones, and we look forward to getting the Heart and Hand Automatic very soon. Thanks for watching, and have a great week, everyone. Bye.